I'm John Lewis. I'm the Economic Development Administrator for Orange County, and I work for George Burdon. And I want you to know, and I think most of you already know, that George is on the front lines of economic development in Orange County and Central Florida. He's also behind the scenes, out of the box, over the top, and around the corner sometimes. So he's everywhere working for the benefit of Orange County. What I try to do in my job is just to keep up with him. This is our third symposium, and I think the starting place is to remember the definition of clean tech and what clean tech economic development means. We try to restate that at the beginning of each symposium to have some continuity among them all. And so we need to just remember that what clean tech means. And this definition is from Ernst & Young. It's similar to the one used by the Clean Tech Group, and it's similar to ones that are used by San Diego and every community that's serious about clean tech. Clean tech encompasses a diverse range of innovative products and services that optimize the use of natural resources or reduce the negative environmental impact of their use while creating value by lowering cost, improving efficiency, or providing superior performance. That's difficult to remember. So one of the things we did at the very first symposium is to make a formula out of that. That clean is more than green. Clean tech is equal to green plus innovation plus value added. And I think that simple formula is an easy way to remember what clean tech is. My first job out of college was teaching economics at Stephen F. Austin State University in East Texas. They had a forestry school there, and we all had to speak from different departments on Earth Day. And as an economist, I was a little out of place. Economics and Earth Day didn't quite match back in 1969, 1970. But today they do because of clean tech, because of the words innovation and value added in the formula. The definition of clean tech economic development that comes from that, at least the one we're proposing, is attracting, creating, and growing the innovative, high-value companies that produce the products and provide the services that will allow us and the rest of the world to go green. When you look at the stimulus package that Governor Obama signed yesterday, Sean can tell you, especially because he's out there talking about this all the time, that there are arguments on both sides of what the effect will be and what the impact will be and what's going to happen because of it. But if you stand back and just think about what we've been all about here for the last 5 years, 10 years, it really comes back to that in determining whether cities and regions and states and nations are going to be successful. And that's invention, innovation, and entrepreneurship. The cities and communities that are most innovative, that have the most and the best entrepreneurs, the ones which have companies that from time to time come up with new inventions for new ways of doing things or new ways of doing old things, they're going to be the ones that succeed. And there's no place where technology is more on the cutting edge and making a difference than in clean tech. It's going to affect every area of our community, every sector of Orange County, and every industry in Orange County. We want to make sure that we take full benefit of the developing clean tech environment. When we started this, and Mayor Crotty asked us to include an economic element in his Orange to Green initiative, we went looking around and quickly found that the buzzword was clean tech. The first document that we found on the internet was the clean tech study in San Diego. This is really the model, the starting place for what we're doing. San Diego also had some roundtables and symposiums related to their clean tech efforts, and we learned from that. One of the things that we did that was a little different, I think, is that we started the clean tech study and the clean tech symposiums at the same time, so that each one of those would support the other. The other thing that we did is made a commitment to have a court reporter. That's what I call Leslie Richmond here from Zacco Associates, transcriber, to provide a full transcript of every one of our symposiums, and have Orange TV here to provide a full video of every presentation. We'll have these up on the Orange County website shortly. All of you, I think, have been emailed the transcripts and the presentations. And our purpose in doing that is so that our symposiums have a lasting value after the event itself. You know, you go to so many conferences, so many meetings and seminars, and most people forget at least a good percentage of what they heard at those events the next day, a week or two or a month later. It's pretty much all gone. So we want these to have lasting value so that you can go back at any time, read the full transcript, watch the full video of any of the presentations. I'm hoping as we go along that that doesn't decrease attendance. I mean, it could occur to somebody, gee, why do I need to get up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning? I can just go watch the videos and read the transcript. We're happy that you still come out to meet with us in person. It's a real pleasure today to let me just emphasize again, there's two parts to our initiative. The Clean Tech Study, which is looking at our assets and capabilities and possibilities in the area of clean tech, and then the symposium series. And we're happy and fortunate that our UCF Institute for Economic Competitiveness and our Venture Lab is heading up those two initiatives. One of our goals over the last 10 years is to develop internal capabilities in our community for doing these kinds of studies and these kinds of symposiums without always having to go to an outside consultant from Austin, for example, to do some of these things for us. And I think we've reached that plateau with the establishment of the Institute for Economic Competitiveness and the Venture Lab. Both programs, by the way, of which were parts of Mayor Crotty's stimulus packages during the last recession. During that last recession, a lot of communities were doing buy local campaigns, and Mayor Crotty wanted something more substantive to that. So we started things, helped to start things, such as the incubator and the Venture Lab, free advisory board councils for Orange County companies, and we've continued to fund those, and they're a very important part of our economic development efforts. The second part of this symposium, as Kirsty mentioned, will be the discussion of some of the possibilities, some of the best practices. Now, this is not a long, in-depth discussion of each one of these ideas. What Marielle Grandjean, the project leader, has done in consultation with others is look through the Clean Tech Study in San Diego, other reports, whittle it down to 10 ideas that kind of cover a broad range of things that we could be doing here. Some that are relatively short term, some that are relatively long term. What we'll do is spend like a minute or two showing a couple of slides describing the essence of each one of these ideas, and then we'll ask every one of you to tell us what you think about it for a couple of minutes. And then to indicate on the survey form that will be passed out, the feedback form, what do you think? Do you think this is something important that we ought to be looking at, or maybe it's less important? Which one is the most important over the next 2 years? Which one is the most important beyond 2 years? Just an initial indication, just on the surface of it, which ones seem to be better ideas than others. This will be tremendously helpful to Sean and Marielle as they go further down the road in developing the study. At our next symposium, the date yet to be determined, we'll come back and Sean and Marielle will present a draft of the study before the final version is made. But we're kicking off this morning with Jacques Shirazi, who is the manager of the Clean Tech Initiative for the City of San Diego. He is, I think, one of the nation's recognized experts in the area of clean tech. If you look at his resume, he has an all-encompassing job. He's responsible for promoting, fostering, and coordinating strategic alliances and collaboration among local, regional, and federal institutions to develop and execute a clean tech business attraction strategy for San Diego. He advises the San Diego mayor in the development of a Clean Tech Advisory Council composed of industry leaders, government officials, educators, and consultants. He works to remove regulatory barriers and align city operations, policies, and programs to grow a clean tech cluster in San Diego. A big job. He probably needs a break from that job once in a while. That's probably why he came to Orlando today. Prior to this job, Jacques was the corporate development manager for Bainbridge Incorporated, a well-respected strategic management consulting firm to Fortune 500 companies. He has a master's degree from the University of California, San Diego Graduate School of International Relations and Pacific Studies. He has a bachelor's degree in marketing. He is the rocket scientist of clean tech. And you'll see this as you look through his resume. The one thing that stood out to me in looking at presentations that are on his schedule is that he will be the keynote speaker at the Advanced Capacitors World Summit 2009. And if that doesn't make him the rocket scientist of clean tech, I don't know what does. But we're happy to have you here today, Jacques, and we look forward to learning a lot from you. Thank you.